YouTube game changed. The YouTube game has changed.
You can expect to go through 5 stages. The first is denial. No way!
If you're still stuck in the past relying on old hacks, then you're probably not getting the results you want.
Second is anger.
You thought you'd done and tried everything, and it's still not working out for you, is it?
After that comes fear.
What's after fear? What's after fear?
And now, broken down and defeated, you're at a point where you feel as if you're never going to escape the black hole of no views.
Bargaining.
Doc, you gotta get me out of this. I'll make it worth your while.
Unless you can figure out how this new YouTube works.
Finally, accepted.
From the algorithm to viral videos to how people find your videos, these are 7 things I would change today.
Your progress astounds me.
Especially if you're still on the fence about using AI. Let's do this. Here's the thing. It's never too late to start a YouTube channel, or indeed transform the fortunes of one you already have. Here is something I can always guarantee about YouTube. There will be a handful of creators who start their channels today and have one of these within a year. And it's probably one creator who will have one of these within 365 days. Over the last decade, the opportunities available to people on YouTube are near limitless. I'm an embodiment of that myself. A decade ago, I was making videos that a dozen people watched, and now I have gifts of myself. But while the opportunities continue to be there, YouTube is an ever-evolving and maturing platform. It's like a living organism that changes over time, and you have to change with it. If you have one main goal for your brand new or currently very small channel, it definitely shouldn't be to get more subscribers. Subscribers are unreliable and rarely watch videos from notifications, as we've proven time and time again. So instead, your main goal should be to get more views, right? Well, not exactly. To begin with, your main goal should be to get discovered. Be seen on YouTube. Over many years, the YouTube algorithm has been changing drastically. A decade ago, it was all about view counts. The more eyes on a video, the more it was pushed out to others. Easy peasy, right? Well, sadly, that led to a clickbait fiesta. Titles and thumbnails would lure people in, they'd watch for a bit, and then bail when they realised it wasn't what they were looking for. Now, some would argue that YouTube is still like this today, but the numbers prove otherwise. People watch more content and for longer because they are satisfied by what YouTube presents to the individual viewer. YouTube has evolved, and it's got really, really, really good at predicting what you want to watch now and next. In fact, according to this guy, who just happens to be the CEO of YouTube these days, over 70% of the 1 billion hours of video watched every day are recommended by YouTube's AI. And let me stress, this isn't a new phenomenon. AI wasn't invented in 2022 with ChatGPT. YouTube has been using artificial intelligence for longer than some of you have been alive. So here's what we did, despite being an education how-to channel. We shifted away from search-based content to browse-based content. We focus less on SEO tactics and much more on video packaging. If you've been watching vidIQ on a regular basis, you may have noticed that we talk less about keyword research, and we haven't made a video about tags since this one 4 years ago. It's not that the topics we cover aren't searchable, far from it. It's more to do with the fact that so no matter what, you are focused on in thumbnails specifically. Fancy, well-designed, eye-catching thumbnails are one thing, but the secret to a good thumbnail is simply all about one thing: intrigue. Over the last few years, we've tried to make our thumbnails more and more simple. After all, the potential viewer is only going to be second glance. Ironically, similar thumbnails can be even harder to make. Turning the complex intricacies of a long-form video into a bite-sized pitch with a single image can be creatively challenging. But all of the best creators make that look effortless. And most importantly, those thumbnails resonate with their target audience. So forgive me if I fall back to the thumbnail advice I've been pushing for many years at this point. Spend twice as long as you currently do making your thumbnails. And make them half as complicated. You get you're able to make them yourself. Your channel soon, if not already. It will give you the ability to experiment with up to 3 thumbnails for a single video and have YouTube conduct a performance comparison and choose a winner. We've already been surprised multiple times that the thumbnail we thought was going to work best didn't, and it informs future thumbnail decisions. So I do now have an additional piece of thumbnail advice. Make at least 2 thumbnails per video. I know, it sounds like an extra dollop of hard work per video. Is within 10 videos, you'll know a great deal more about thumbnails which really need more from your content. And making thumbnails should be a lot easier than making keyboard videos. I mentioned this earlier, but we're going to right now. Are video tags and keywords important on YouTube today? No. But also, yes. Take this video for example. It has more than 700,000 views and yet it has 0 video tags. But we know through keyword research that interest in basic is blowing up right now. Within these videos but the words you explore and expand upon within your content are always video tags are jammed under a show more button. If tags really move the needles for videos, wouldn't they be in a more prominent place during the upload process? And Todd from YouTube, whose job it is to decide whether or not video tags are important, said this.
We do look at tags a little bit, but not as much as creators think we do. What matters the most to us is what matters the most to the audience. And what that is the thumbnail and the title. That's what the viewers are using to decide whether they're going to start watching a video.
And he said all of this more than 5 years ago. So why are we still talking about it today? Well, the reasons are twofold. First of all, we've been conditioned by and we're not just talking about and Look, I do get where you're coming from. You still want to hint to the viewer what the video is about before they click on it, right? So sneak those keywords into the packaging, the title, the thumbnail, and even the video hook. Thumbnails, they stop the scroll and win the click, as you've just demonstrated by watching this video. This year, your title strategy is raising curiosity in the title. For example, the title, the keyword lays down the context. Boatload of video have multiple titles on hand because the change in title can work wonders for your video. For example, with this video, which was a 10 of 10, we gave it a facelift, new title, a new thumbnail, and it found new life. As long as the video content is good, it can be saved with brand new packaging. Now, let's talk about video lengths. First, we have to talk about hooks because it's an extension of the certainly one of the is nothing new when it comes to creative strategy, but this is where the conversation on video length gets quite interesting. There is a notable shift to longer, long-form content. Now, there's obvious reasons, of course, more watch time and the ability to use mid-roll ads after 8 minutes. But it's the explosion in short-form content that may be causing a shift in content. And what I mean by that, almost anti-short movement, where someone doesn't want to swipe clicks. They want to use a single video for 30 minutes. So how are creators reacting to this? Well, some are producing less content to maintain video quality in longer videos, but some creators are spending less time on post-production, editing, visual effects, and simply focusing on authenticity. These creators are seizing the opportunity to get rewarded with huge discovery on the platform. So the next time you see a video on YouTube which is 45 minutes long and it's just somebody staring into the camera talking with seemingly no thought or effort put into how the video is presented, don't get annoyed if it has 1 million views with 0 production values. Listen to what that creator is saying to their audience and read the comments of those videos. For 45 minutes. There is a craft involved in this. These people are master storytellers. They live and breathe the thoughts, dreams, desires, goals, fears of the people they're talking to. And they know how to articulate that. One of the ways you can practice this is to give yourself a single bullet topic. Uploaded to YouTube. It's a chance to experiment in a safe space for you and your camera, which you're going to turn into your best friend. We took ourselves from the video hook into the length of the video, which naturally leaves us in a certain place. The outro. When you think about it, videos have chapters, even if you don't do them automatically, which means that others can navigate around. That's an indication this video is over and they're going to abandon it. What always matters is retention and keeping your viewers engaged throughout the entire length of a video. And not only do you want viewers to watch until the end, you want to control what the viewer watches next. Outros need to be short, punchy, ideally not even noticed. And this even applies to YouTube Shorts. I'll let Jenny Hoyos, known as the Viral Queen, explain it herself.
And I pulled up the retention graph, and I noticed on the last second, it was a huge dip. It was 70%. 1 second later, it was 45%. Like a 25% drop in 1 second. And the retention was 83%. So what I did was I went to YouTube Studio. I trimmed off that 1 second. YouTube releases features, by the way. You can see that. So just like that 1 second at the end. I love to talk to Elements because it has everything I need in one place. It has videos, and the video went fine.
So naturally, when we go back to long-form content, everything is drawn out. When you say phrases such as "thanks for watching" or "I hope you enjoyed the video," that's a clear indication to the viewer that the video has ended for them, and you could draw on for another 45 seconds, but nobody's listening because they've already gone.
So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Tanya, for
I guess this video's over.
Kika, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we hope
I'm
you
gone,
like
to be
this
honest.
video. Please support
I didn't
my
enjoy it,
channel.
but I've already
First of all,
gone.
subscribe to my channel. And
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
this video and say something in comment.
Like
Maybe
what?
share this video with
Be a bit
your
more
friends.
specific there, please.
And don't forget to subscribe to Danya.
Oh, another call to action. How many things do you want me to do here?
And don't forget to subscribe to my other social media. We are waiting for you guys.
My head just exploded with how many
Thank you
things
for
this
watching.
person's asking me to do.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. So let's never again thank the viewer for their participation in a video and to try and get them to do 1 billion things and subscribe to all of your social media platforms. Get them to do one single thing. watch another one of your videos. YouTube has always tracked something called session watch time, how long a viewer remains on the platform in a single session. If a viewer is going to stay on YouTube and watch more videos, why not those videos be yours? That's why at the end of 99% of vidIQ videos, you'll catch us recommending to the viewer to watch another one of our videos. I mean, the viewer has stuck around until the end of the video, so it's clear that they're invested in the topic, right? So you can be very intentional. Based on what the viewer has just watched, you should have something in your catalogue or something that you're going to release in the future that you can push viewers towards. And the numbers on this strategy speak for themselves. When we intentionally started pushing people to just one video, as opposed to an external link, subscribe button, and 2 videos, okay, let's talk about engagement. Do that by 1. In 2023, we gained 36 million impressions, over half the time, 11,000 subscribers. And we didn't have to make a single video of these because they all came from the community. It really is a YouTube series. Has it, and it takes no more than 5 minutes to post on this. Then now, because this is a community, audience is just important to those in the know about YouTube. It's about videos. It's also about relationships. Directly conversing with your audience as frequently as possible because we know just how long and how hard it is. Focus on your community tab. Keep on viewers when content isn't being published, and they don't even need to be subscribed to your channel. If they watched a video recently, it's likely they'll see a community post as well. And where possible, make it visual and interactive. Polls, quizzes, GIFs, images, image polls. These are all a lot of things that you can have a lot of fun with and very easily. For example, here's one thing we've been experimenting with here at vidIQ recently with our community. Now that we have the test and compare thumbnail feature, we know how vital that data is to the performance of our videos, especially when they're newly released. So we're doing that now with titles. Kind of. We're throwing out 3 potential titles as a poll in our community post, and whichever one performs the best, we use to begin with. It's simple, and by involving the community in our decision-making process, they feel valued and heard. And when you put the power in the hands of the community, they feel appreciated and they'll keep coming back for more. Now, the community tab is not a game changer. It's not going to explode your channel overnight. But when I look at so many people worrying about tags and not using the community tab at all, you can see where I'm coming from, right? All right then, let's talk about YouTube Shorts just for a little bit. For creators who've never tried to make a short, it is like a new creative playground. It's like exploring a different side of YouTube, similar to live streams and podcasts. And you can learn a completely different set of useful skills experimenting with them. If we're being honest, here's the deal. Don't just make a YouTube short because you feel like you have to or because somebody's told you to. You're not going to get any special brownie points from YouTube, and the competition is already pretty stiff. When they first came out 3 years ago, there was a great window of opportunity, but that has now kind of passed. We're on to YouTube Shorts 2.0 now. Now, when TikTok and YouTube Shorts first emerged as a content consumption platform, I've got to be honest, I didn't really get it nor like the format. So when it came to creating content, I was well behind the curve, and to some respects, I still think I am. But we've been trying really hard to master the shorts game for your YouTube education. For a good few months, we were pumping out like 4 shorts a week, but now we've dialed it back a bit. I would say that at the moment, we publish YouTube Shorts more when inspiration strikes us. When we have the time and we don't think the idea can be fleshed out into a long-form piece of content, or we want to convert long-form content that's been successful into a short, that's when we'll make the content. But it's not our primary focus. And we think the balance is working out quite well, since we have had a few YouTube Shorts get 1 million views or so. YouTube Shorts is a bit like AI at the moment. You may not like it, but ignore it at your peril. But if you are diving headlong into Shorts and you also make long-form content or any other sort of content, here's a golden tip. Related videos. It's a feature that was launched relatively recently, and if you're not using it, you might not even know it exists. The drill is simple. Think of related videos as end screens. Kind of. It's a link towards the bottom of the screen, and you can add it to all of your past and future shorts. And since it is a link on the screen, you probably want to add a call to action But remember the critical word here. It is a YouTube short after all. So you want that call to action to be very, very quick.
14,
probably no more than 2
4, 3, 1.
seconds. And at the very end of a YouTube short. And if you do it right, a 10% click-through rate on these related links is easily achievable. All right then, we have to dive into the world of AI. Some of you love it. A lot of you hate it. But AI is a big deal on YouTube now and going forward. There are strong arguments on both sides. Some say that AI-generated content is incredibly efficient, whereas others say that AI content lacks the heart and soul that viewers want. And I get it. As I said earlier, authenticity really seems to matter on YouTube in 2024, doesn't it? But I do think it's come to a point where creatives can't just